Right, let's get into it. Hello and welcome to UK Versus. I want to talk about the article that has just dropped as of recording. I'll probably move some stuff around to get this open on YouTube tomorrow. UVS are redesigning the reward store. For new players coming in, for people who are interested in a little bit of history of the reward store, the reward store has been around for a very long time. You accumulated points through playing at any degree of events, and also each of your packs had a little skull on the back or had a this pack is viable for redemption on the back, and then you could send them into UVS, or you could take them into major events like nationals and regionals or worlds and exchange those packs for loyalty points under the guise that those packs were then recycled, reused. It gave us incentive not to trash our packs because the packs were going to be recycled. And as far as I know, all the UK packs that have gone through Sean at Patriot have gone to the recycling plant. So that is achieved. I cannot speak for any other regions. I cannot speak for any other stars. I cannot speak for any other events. But when I spoke to Sean about this, he confirmed to me that yes, those packs go to the recycling plant. So it is a green initiative. It is a way to stop us just throwing out packs and giving back to the company, getting something back for them. And I love that. That was one of the selling points for me this game, that it had this green initiative of you don't throw away your packs. Every single pack in this game has value. And if you pick up a pack at a local store when you're playing an event, you still walk, even if you don't get the pull you wanted, even if you get a bad pull, you've still got a point. And all of those points add up. Then last year, they announced that the system was changing and that pack redemption was going away. And we had until March 31st to get our packs to UVS for redemption. That's fair. A lot of people are moving to more digitalized points, and that made sense. We could justify that. I even theorized that if they were doing this, moving into biodegradable recycling, kind of paper esque packaging was the next move, because essentially this is an anti-green policy. This is an anti-recycling policy, because the critical role packs still plastic. And yeah, the changes to the point system don't come into August. We don't get our points until August. We don't get the new point system coming in where we get the additional points, which I'll speak to in a second, until August for packs. So we might see a biodegradable, more environmentally healthy choice coming from there. But we still have two sets before that, which are now essentially in a non-green era. This is a bad environmental decision, in my opinion. But most people don't care about that. That's just a personal gripe. The big issue seems to be that now the points for promos are changing. Before we go into that, let's talk about how many points you will get. So in August, once TMNT drops, we get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. Each booster box will have a code in it which will get you 120 points. That's a very important number. Keep that in mind. Every challenger deck will get you 60 points, and every starter product will get you 30. Very simple, very cool. You're essentially increasing the amount of points you get for products. Before, you were getting 24 points for a booster box. Now you're getting 120. You have increased that by 5-fold. For challengers, you would get 1 point for your redemption pack. You've increased that by 60-fold. Starter products, you wouldn't get anything, and that is increased by essentially infinite, because you're getting 0 times 30, but say it's increased 30-fold. On top of that, attending events, the numbers did go up. So attending a weekly local game event is 60 points. Attending a quick play event, a more like a casual event, will get you 10 points, same as before. Attending a regional gets you 240, that's increased from 100. Attending Worlds will get you 480, which is a massive increase, but Worlds is now a lot more accessible. Attending a pre-release will get you 60, and attending side events at regionals will get you 60. These have all gone up a fair amount. 10 for the pre-releases and stuff, 100 for regionals. Worlds has gone up quite a lot, and we haven't quite seen where Scramble and local championships will fall in, but I imagine it'll be, probably will get about 120 for a star championship. The star's changing. One of the issues is the cost of promos is doubling, and that's an issue because initially you got 50 points for attending locals and then 10 points for casual event, which meant if you went to a casual event and your star locals, you got a promo, which meant every month you acquired enough points to get a place set of promos. When we were in the Plus Ultra era, where you had promos for taking part that were then added to redemption, great. When you were looking at all the, like the last year when we got the fresh cut grass and stuff like that in the store, we had to pay for them. But now we're looking at essentially a promo every product release. We're seeing all these different things of redemption, and they're adding more to redemption. If we're looking at a promo being 120, say that's our baseline, as of Monday, March 17th, there will not just be promos on the redemption. We have seen playmats before, but now we're seeing things like sleeves, dice, other physical products, maybe deck boxes, playmats, and also experiences being thrown in the mix. And the points, the diminishing return on your points is very low. If I attend one local event every month, every week for a month, I have 240 points. That gives me 2 promos. If I attend for 2 months, then I have enough to get a playset. That kind of coincides with the release of each product, so I can get a playset of promos for every product. But they're now rotating. Every week's gonna be different. So not only have I got to acquire the points, I've got to wait for the stuff I want to be on there, seeing more stuff go by, and this goes back to the point, and this is what has annoyed me the most. I literally just got through making this point last week, that the number of stars we have to support this game does not directly correlate with the points that we can earn. If I am in the northeast of England and I have access to a number of stars an hour away and I'm chasing certain promos, great, I can do that. If I'm in Canada, if I'm in where I live, if I'm in mainland Europe, I have one event a week maximum that I can attend, and I am just going to be losing points. And luckily, as an established player who's been playing for years, I have a small stockholder points. I know other players have got 10,000, but a new player coming in that is like, I've seen this cool thing of redemption. How do I get it? Cool. You need to grind this game for months to get a playset of those. Why would a new player that's coming in that is told this looks really cool? I've been told I can get it through playing. It's like, yes, you can, but we only have one event a week, and these are 120. So you need to do 2 weeks to get one. If you want to run 4 in your deck, you need to play for 2 months and not spend those points on anything else. If you want to get the sleeves or the deck boxes or the dice to go with it, you then need to grind even more and not get anything else. You also need to attend every single event. You can't have family commitments. You can't have work commitments. You can't have a life outside of this game, because if you want those points, you have to attend every single event. It is no longer a reward for turning up to locals. It is a grind. It is the mentality of free games that are pay to win, but we have no pay option. Well, I guess we have single. You can go to single markets and buy them. But there you go. That's your pay to win kind of aspect. You can wait for them to go in Rochester. You can wait for them to turn up in single stores. You can wait for them to turn up at local stores and purchase them. But if you want to get these, you need to grind. And that's not even taking into account, they put experiences on there. And the first thing that popped into my mind is the world's meal. If you have enough points, can you just purchase your way into the world's meal? If you have enough points, can you buy dinner at regionals with UVS employees? You see what it's the entire thing just infuriates me. The fact we have a rotating system where more things are going to keep getting added onto it, which means if I see okay, I've seen this on week 1, I'll wait, and then week 2 they go, oh, they've added this. It's like, cool. Why is that not available week 1? Why, if I want something that's on week 1 and I want something on week 2, cool. I've got a double spend, which means I'm paying double postage. Yeah, cool, great. Why can't I not just build up a cart of stuff I want? Why have I got to double down on every cost on this? Why does it need to rotate to keep it feeling fresh? If it's in a singular rotation, so week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 are all going to be the same, what's the point of the rotation? You can add more stuff to it without putting a scarcity effect in. It is just doubling up on postage. It is doubling up and going, you need to have all this. Why not just go, you need to add this onto here? Is there still going to be lifetime maximums on it? Or are we going to be able to just purchase as many as what now that it's increased in cost? It is infuriating. It really is. It's bad for new players. It's bad for rural players. It's bad for people without locals. All it is doing is benefiting those who have points already, benefiting those that have locals around them that they can go to multiple and grind points. If you want to get the top tier rewards, you grind. But if you've already got that generational wealth of points from playing the old systems, you're fine. You're new coming into the game, however, you're kind of screwed. Not to mention the 5 months they will keep putting promos up. We've got April Fool's Day coming up. We've got AOT 3 Apocalypse coming up where they're going to add more promos. We may have more challenges dropping between there. And they're going to, and the fact is we know they're going to add more stuff to it because it drops Monday, which means we're going to get all the sleeves and the deck boxes and the playmats and the dice and the experiences, whatever they are, all added to the store with no way to generate points. And then we're going to get to August and we finally can start generating points again. And we buy a box and we get 120 points for buying a box. That's great. We get 1 promo for every box we buy. Beautiful. That is really cool. But I am incentivized not to buy locally. If I go down to Stronghold in July when it reopens and I go, cool, I could buy a pack and support my local store. And it'll cost me a $5. But if I save that money, go and buy a box for 70 quid, I can get a promo on top of that. I can now rationalize spending more online than I can at my local game store because that reward is there. It is incentivizing me not to spend locally. And I get what some people are saying, that local game stores can offer theirs up as pricing. You can go, this is a coupon to go get a promo of what you want for winning an event. Cool, if you know that system's in place. But if you go to bigger stores or people that are not quite aware, some staff members may not have any idea what it is. They may open a box, go, oh, cool, this is a box topper, throw it away, put it down, put the packs out, and then go, yeah, those points are now lost. So the stores are, oh, not that a lot of stores may do this. Some stores may take those points, purchase up these promos and these dices and sleeves and playmats and deck boxes, and then put them up for sale. Going, you can't grind points, don't worry, as long as you've got money, you can get them here. because that's what some stores will be able to do, and they're incentivized to do it because you've taken away the loose pack purchase, and that is really dangerous. One of the big things about supporting local stores is going to your local store to take part in events and picking up those loose packs. It is something you feel as a social aspect, it's something you feel when you see someone else getting it. But the rational part of your brain is just going to look at those loose packs and go, no, I'll buy a box because I'll get a promo pack. Or I'll split a box with friends and we'll have some games to see who gets the points. Or we'll split a case between us and we'll all walk away with points. It's furthering UVS's bottom line, but it's damaging local stores. It's infuriating. It really goddamn is. This is not a community first decision. This is not a local game store first decision. This is not a player first decision. This is a UVS first decision. And it sucks. It really does. If this was a player first decision, the points total increases would have been the same. You'd walk away with a promo for every locals you attended. You would still have that selling point to locals of going, hey, you want to get into this? You've got your critical role. That's really cool. You want to play this game? Well, guess what? Just for taking part in locals, you'll walk away with enough points to go to redemption and get a promo as well. And that is a hell of a selling point. That's been a massive selling point for years on this game. And when we had the box toppers that were non-redeemable, we were able to kick off and they were removed because that was a community first decision. You should not be giving people access to mechanically unique promos that no one else has access to. That's fine. I know there's not going to be mechanically unique promos on that. If there is, I will be making a fault video where I kick off even further the rotation of the products and just saying adding limited scarcity and then also going, oh, but they'll come back around. Cool. Do you know what that is? That is a rotating wall of cards. That means every week you're coming back and going, oh, but I could also do this. Oh, I could also do this. And you're creating this. You're creating this sales effect on the people, like coming in, going, is the card I want back? No, but there's something else cool. I need to grind more. I need to get more points. And for those of us with established point totals, that's fine. We have essentially the savings to get through this. But if I've got a new player coming in, if I'm trying to sell this to people coming into this game through Critical Role, and they have no points, and they have no way to generate points because they don't have a locals, if I try to get people I know that are Critical Role fans and go, yeah, this is really cool, and they go, and then they see my promos because I've ordered the Critical Role promos, and go, oh, how can I get those? It's like, you can't until August. We have no store nearby. We have no point production because we can't trade in packs. You have no physical access to these cards unless you buy them from a store that manages to get hold of them to sell them, or you travel 3 hours 4 times a month for 2 months to get a playset. That's not on. That is so bad. It's the same issue I had with the point system for Worlds. There's not enough stores to accommodate it. You're now looking at this and going, if you're in an area where you can attend multiple locals and you have the time, dedication, and ability to attend multiple locals, you can keep generating points. You guys are fine. But this game is not big enough for that. You're telling people in Australia, you can't generate enough points to keep up with this. You can't generate enough points to get the experiences or consistently keep up with the physical products or the sleeves. You're not going to be able to do that because if a promo is 120, sleeves are going to be a lot more. And if it's just not going to work. It is gone from a fun, community-driven UVS giving back and rewarding players through a reward store to a elitist. If you have the economy and stars in your area, you get to have these. If you don't get to have them unless you've already got the points saved up, unless you grind and attend and go to all these events. The Scottish players have just found a new star, and they're not going to be able to generate the point totals that they have. New players coming in and not going to be able to generate these point totals. It's as simple as that. And just going, oh, well, just the 10 worlds, just the 10 regionals, just the 10 major events. What if I can't? What if I physically am not able to attend these events because life gets in the way, because I have family issues, because I have stuff I otherwise need to do? I didn't realize that these promos and this reward star was just for the elite players. I thought that any player of any level was able to go and get these points, go have fun at locals, and walk away with promos. But no, now you're saying it's a grind. It is up to you to make time and go and get these promos and earn them through multiple games and multiple events, rather than going, you did one event, you had fun, here's a promo as a reward, you get to choose it from there. No, now you get that reward for buying a box. Now you get that reward for going to major events. It's just a bad decision. From the rotation creating false scarcity to the insurmountable difference in the price of promos at 120 compared to the 60 you get for attending locals, it's just not fair. If you have, go back to my world's point example, if you have 5 stars within your area and you are able to attend 5 local events, cool. You get 300 points a week. Good for you. But if you're like our Canadian players, our Spanish players, our French players, hell, our French players probably aren't going to be generating points at all. Italian players, Puerto Rican players, Brazilian players, Scottish players, Welsh players, South English, South East players, South West English players, Northwest English players. Isle of Man, surprisingly, Isle of Man still only one event. Continental Europe as a whole, anyone really outside of selected areas within the US, you physically don't have enough stars to keep up with this rotation. We've just spent the last, August to now, what's that, 7 months going through onboarding and now releasing a product that has got more eyes on it than any product we've done before. This has been absolutely huge. From content creator views to people talking about it, to how many people even now are still surprised on Reddit, Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook about what this card game is, and going to take a look at it as an onboarding product. And then 2 weeks after release, you go, cool, let's change up the system, let's increase the point costs. Got all these new players coming in and nowhere for them to play, and we're going to show them all these shiny promos and go, guess what, you don't get them. What is on with that? Legitimately, I'll take this back to last year, where we were looking at the half draft, half Swiss event, which once again was not a player first decision. It was not a community first decision. It was a competitive facade of a event. We just want to play. We just want to play this game and have fun doing it. And this turns it from a fun game into a grind. This basically adds additional stress to players. It adds additional stress to their time schedules, and adding stress to new players means they're not going to invest their time. If they're not having fun, if they're going, I want this card. To get this card, I need to attend 4 events to get what I need to attend 2 events to get 1 copy of this card. And they go, well, I can't attend this week because I have work. So I can attend next week, but the week after I have work. So I can do 2 events this month. And it's a case of, well, is it worth my time? Is it worth the stress and the scheduling I'm having to put myself through to grind for this event rather than going, oh, I could go see friends, I could go have fun, and having the points be a reward? It is now what people will be going to events for. It's great you don't get extra points for winning. It's great you don't get any extra points for the amount of wins you get. It keeps the events more casual. Taking away one of the biggest selling points of this game to new players who get to look at our solo leveling death rattles, at our spiritual lollipops, at our Tekken 8 Star Championship characters that are only available through there, at the googly eyed New York City Comic Con promos that are on there. Going to them, going, yeah, if you play in one event, you can get one of those. It's a reward for you playing this game and going, well, you need to play 2 events. And then you need to wait for it to be up on the star. And it's so many extra steps. It's a false scarcity and adding extra work to people going through there. And it's just bad. You're doubling up on postage because people have to go through that. You're putting additional pressure on there. You're taking away a selling point for new players, and you're telling every single player that doesn't have a star nearby, attend major events if you want to even sniff a promo. There are no webcam events anymore to generate points. Do you know how I got the majority of my points? Webcam events. Because I live in the middle of nowhere. I am 90 minutes away from the closest star. And that's not even a star, it's a goddamn pub that people play in. I'm 3 hours away from a physical star when I get to do a star championship. I have no star championships this season. My points are nothing. And as I said in my last video about the world's point system, unless UVS pushes for stars to actually pick up this game, to actually run events, the point system is weighted towards people that have already got established communities. You're growing areas that you've already got control over and telling all other areas that they're not worth the time. And that sucks because I'm in that area. It is not a community first decision. It is not a player first decision. It is not a star first decision. It is a UVS first decision. And you could have just said that. But no. You're trying to make it sound like upgrades, like it's our feedback that did that did it to ourselves. But it's not. We asked for more stuff on there. We didn't ask for the point systems to be changed. We didn't ask to walk away with less from a local local star. If you want to stick a playmat on there for 2,000 points, nobody complained when Cowboy Bebop did that. People still bought it. People want reasons to spend their points, but that is fine. You can do that. But keep our points the same. Keep the actual ratio the same. Rewarding new players with a promo for showing up to their first locals is great. It's a great way to show off the redemption story. It's a great way to show off UGN. But now we have to explain more. Now we have to put more data in their head and expend their mental load even further going through UGN, going through the promo system, going through how many points they're going to get for all this, rather than just simply going, you turn up to an event, you can walk away with a promo just for taking part. It's infuriating. It really is. It just sucks. Being told that the point system was unintuitive when it wasn't. That the point economy was too difficult to understand when it wasn't. Being told that this makes more sense for the casual user. It doesn't. You are blatantly telling us that this is what its intention is, whilst doing the opposite. Getting 50 points for a local and then 10 points for a casual, equaling 1 promo, wasn't counterintuitive. telling someone they need to attend 2 locals to get 1 promo is. Telling a casual user you need to grind to get these rewards is counterintuitive. It is harder for people to understand. You have adjusted the points by 20% for locals while increasing the cost of the baseline product by 100%. It doesn't make sense. And this video has gone on so much longer than I wanted it to. I know I'm repeating myself over and over and over because I'm trying to find a solution. I'm trying to find a positive. So many people, when I've complained about this, have been shocked because I've been so positive about the company's decisions. Even the bad ones, even the world's point system. I said it wasn't a point total system, it was a star issue. And UVS needs to push star. I've been able to find the positives of so many decisions that people have gone questionable because I've been able to address it from all sides. This I can't. It is a change that is happening in a week when the new point system doesn't come in for 5 months. It is going to cost us more to get promos, to get products, to get experiences with no way of generating points outside of events. And if you have no events, you're out of luck. If you have limited events, you're out of luck. You are going to be in a point deficit. You will constantly be spending more points than you can get hold of until you run out, and then you've got to grind. And I hate that. I hate that something that was so easy to understand, that was so accessible, and was so integral to the way that we kind of enjoyed this game, getting hold of our promos, that even when they imposed a $5 postage, everyone was fine with it because it upped our experience. Now we have a $5 postage that's going to be happening weekly, because if you want some at week 1 or you want some at week 2, you got to pay $10 because you can't mix and match. You can't cross contaminate week 1 and week 2 for some reason. If you want to make rural players, if you want to make players who don't have access to locals, that don't have access to star events, feel more marginalized, great job, you've done that. If you want to take the fact that that Oceania has 2 regionals and go, cool, you have access to a play set of promos for playing in your regionals all year. Good job. If you're in the EU, we get a play set and a half. And in NA, if you attend all the regionals, they've got 6 events? So that's 1,200 times 40, 1,405? That's 12 pros, that's 3 play sets. So yeah, NA can walk away with 3 play sets if you get 3 products released a year, and if you get 3 sets released a year, and we get at least 1 promo per set. Attending all the regionals in NA means you get a play set of all the promos for each set release, unless they do 2 like they did with Critical Role, and you're sitting pretty. But for international players, for role players, for players who have less access, grind more, play more, attend more, do more for us, while we don't do the same. Where's the new stars? Where's the new places to play? Where is the infrastructure to match this new system? Where can I generate points? There's no webcam, there's no locals, there's nothing for me in this game now. I want to attend Worlds. Great, I need to do well at regionals. That's the only way there. I was told I could get there through locals. Turns out I can't because I don't have the star infrastructure. I cannot get there just by going to my locals. I need to travel. I need to travel hundreds of miles. I need to travel hours away from my house and hope I do well and put that pressure on myself, put that competitive pressure and stress on myself on every game that I play because I want to attend Worlds. I want to get promos. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I have no locals nearby. I have no webcam to take part in. I have to travel hundreds of miles, hours away from my house, just to attend events to hopefully get promos that I care about. what is the point of me playing? What is the point of me striving for these bonuses? What is the point of me striving for these rewards for playing when the effort I have to put in does not match the return? The point of diminishing return used to be fair. It used to be equal. And now you're saying the amount of effort I need to put in has more than doubled to get the same rewards as I'm getting now. And it isn't worth it. Simple as. I get that I'm angry, I get that I'm stressed, and I hope that kind of conveys how passionate I am for this game. This has gone on 45 minutes. I wanted this to be a 20-minute video, but I am just rambling. I'm done. Let me know if you found this helpful. You probably didn't. Most people are probably not even going to watch this because it's already been argued to death. But I need to vent. As I said multiple times, I make content I'm passionate about. Casual players, international players, role players. That is what I'm passionate about. And I hope, despite some colourful language, despite the tone of the video, I'm hitting how some people are feeling. Do let me know if you do have positives about this system. Feel free to let me know them. I could do with some positivity after this. It's been a long time since I felt this about UVS decision, and I know I'm not gonna incite change, but at least anyone else who feels like this can come seek comfort that someone who has been argued to be the most positive content creator we have at the minute made a video where they couldn't find the positivity in the decision. Hopefully that strikes a chord with some people. I will catch you on the next one. And hilariously, I probably have more content going out this week where I'm a lot more positive about decisions that I've made. I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good one.